So one of the things I really love about music streaming is that you have got literally tens of millions of songs available, old and new, side by side. I can try listening to all sorts of new music without having to actually commit and buy separate tracks. And yet it's also a way to listen to old songs that maybe even we had on vinyl at one point, or maybe even old vinyl songs that the ex took with them when they departed, and you're rediscovering them again. But I feel like with streaming, we're now moving into a new, very grown-up age of streaming now, with separate components and amazing quality. So here to tell us more about that now, Simon is back. And I said you had some streaming magic for us, Simon. What have you actually got?
Well, what I've been listening to is the Linn Majik DSM. That's magic with a K. Linn doesn't believe in the letter C as far as I can tell. And that is a streaming amplifier, which requires you to attach some passive speakers at the business end and to have a source of music, whether that's a smartphone or a record player or some network attached storage or whatever, at the front end, and then you are able to listen to that in what I would say is approaching exquisite sound quality. This Linn are no mugs where digital music is concerned. They saw the writing on the wall with digital audio quite some time ago, and they have been refining ever since. And despite the fact that the Majik DSM is over £3,000 now, it still represents tremendous value. I think it's a remarkable sounding device. Linn's convinced that timing is everything, the sort of the unity of the presentation, and that's what is going to sound most convincing to your ears. And the coherence and the unity of the sound of this particular streaming amp is excellent. You know, I've got nothing but good things to say about the way it performs.
So we are talking components now. So if you already have a favourite pair of speakers, then they can stay, and the Linn Majik can be added to that, and you can stream to your audio delight. Components for streaming are... there's a lot of focus on that right now, isn't there?
Yeah, no, that's true enough. And you've got to bear in mind, with this specific product, is that it's quite intolerant of less capable equipment. Yes, you may have a pair of speakers, but you don't imagine that the Linn will think that they're up to snuff. You have to make sure that the components at either end can do some justice to what the Linn is capable of. Some products, like the Majik DSM, will kind of indulge less capable partnering equipment, but the Linn doesn't. The Linn tends to sort of expose it and hold it off for ridicule.
So you say that the other components either end have to be very capable. What if you are streaming from your mobile phone?
Well, it's there is Bluetooth attached here, but you get the impression that that's included more as a courtesy. I think what Linn would be more interested in, because this product is Roon ready, and if you're familiar with Roon, you know, a way of sort of coalescing all of your different streaming services, any audio that you might have on network attached storage devices, and administering that from there. And when if you use your laptop rather than your smartphone to operate the Linn, you'll get tremendous results.
I'm getting the feeling that this is quite a major piece of kit. It's got a fairly major price tag. It's obviously had a lot of care and attention taken to it. How much of that care and attention has gone into ease of use? Is it a particularly geeky piece of kit, or is it very easy to use?
It's very easy to use once it's set up. It's a very painstaking job to set it up, but your Linn dealer will do that for you, or Linn themselves will do that for you. But they have a system called space optimization, and that takes into account really every aspect of the room that your product is in. It wants to know what the room is built from. It wants to know how high your seat is. It wants to know what the humidity is like in your listening room. He wants to know what sort of speakers you're using. So the setup process is as geeky as it gets, but you don't have to involve yourself with that. Your money will buy the setup for you. And once it's done, it's simple to use. Yeah, you get a remote control. You can use the control app, which is Kazoo powered for Android, but not for iOS, which is a bit weird. And after that, it's simple to use. I mean, in terms of the ergonomics, it's absolutely flawless. Other people's streamer amps at this sort of money might offer you an OLED display so that you can enjoy the album artwork of what you're listening to. Linn doesn't go in for that. It's just a text display on here. But that's a nicety, you know. It's not... Yes, no, so to answer your question, this is a deeply geeky machine, but you don't have to be deeply geeky to use it.
So you can buy that machine and set it up as simply or go into it in as much technicality as you like.
Well, Linn will do it for you, and they'll take care of that for you, and then it all will be well. And after that, it's plain sailing. It's very easy.
Fantastic. Simon, thank you so much for joining us to review that streaming amp.